Well, you know, all eyes have been focused on Tokyo over the last couple of weeks, and as you've seen, it's hot and humid there. That may be why some plants from Japan have taken up root in your neighborhood.
Azaleas, cherry trees, pine trees, so many of those same plants that you'll see in the home landscape you'll see here.
Ben Chu knows the Japanese garden and says it's most colorful in the springtime with the bold blooms of azaleas and cherry trees. With origins in Japan, many of these trees and shrubs grow well here.
We share a lot of the same climate conditions as Japan. Kyoto is actually pretty humid in the summertime, much like being here in St. Louis.
For azaleas, our clay soil may need a little help.
You do have to amend your soil a little bit because they do tend to like more acidic soil. It's probably good to incorporate some organic matter because that is going to help improve drainage and also provide a little bit of nutrients as well, but that will help kind of make things a little bit more favorable.
Daria McKelvey says that amended soil is good for hydrangeas. You'll find hydrangeas blooming in your neighborhood right now. If yours isn't blooming, you might ask why. It's one of the top questions at the Kemper Center for Home Gardening. Hydrangea buds are set in the summer before, need to survive our winter, and
if you prune them at the wrong time, you prune them in the early spring, you're effectively cutting the buds off as well.
Your blooms may be pink or blue depending on the acidity of your soil and the amount of aluminum available to the plant.
If you have more acidic soil, which is a pH below 7, the aluminum is more readily available, and then thus the flowers are actually more of the blue tone.
Some hostas are native to Japan, and they grow well here, especially in shady areas.
They do tend to burn if they're in full sun. They are not the best plant if you have a lot of deer. I consider those deer candy. You cannot keep hostas with deer around.
The Japanese painted fern might do well in your garden.
I just really love the texture of it, the beautiful silvery color, and even there's a little bit of red here in the middle of the stems.
And more deep red color can be found throughout the garden.
They may be delicate in appearance, but honestly, Japanese maples are probably one of the easiest trees to grow.
Chu says the Japanese maples grow in average soil and have very few pests, making them a great choice for your landscape. And that may be why one of the things you see a lot of is the Japanese maple in a lot of people's yards. You also see this, especially along creeks. That's your Japanese honeysuckle, and it's something that's not so good that came from Japan. Considered an invasive species because it takes over things and kind of essentially keeps the plants that are native to the area from being able to grow so well. So the Japanese maple, or Japanese honeysuckle, there's actually honeysuckle hacks that are had around the area by some groups to get rid of it.
Michelle was just telling us about her green thumb.
I killed succulents. I'm not very good with plants at all.
So I think the Japanese maple tree, it sounds like that may be an option because it's easy, right?
That's right. Just plant it and you don't have to worry about anything.
I like it.
I think that's what we're going to do for you, Michelle.
Okay.
Look for that soon. All right, they're still in your garden center, and fall is a good time to plant, by the way.